All right, let's talk about Shemar Stewart, who we got to see play a little bit more snaps. Not a ton of snaps, unfortunately, for the Bengals. Their defense was kind of getting off the field in a hurry and not in a good way. But, Stewart showed some nice things, also showed some things he has to work on in his very limited sample size. Only a few plays to talk about, but let's get into it. First, pass rush, it just still needs work. It's really the technique is what still needs work. Watch the hands on this play. You see the tackle who's going up against him one-on-one, really able to keep Stewart at bay right here. Stewart isn't really able to do much of anything with the hands. He's not able to use them to get around who he's going up against. That's Andrew Wiley, who's, a fine tackle, but not a superstar or anything. But, he's been a tackle in the league for a minute. He knows how to kind of deal with big guys, right? Like, you can't just overpower everybody at this level. You see, Stewart does try, and you do see he's constantly moving his hands. This is something he has to figure out, right? And I also thought he did good hustle, showed good hustle to close the gap when, he had an opportunity to. At a certain point, you're not going to run down Jaden Daniels, right? But, definitely is showing a lot of effort with the hand usage. It's just, it takes some time, and I think this is part of where him not having as much practice as maybe he would have liked definitely hurts him a little bit, because you got to get this down. In college, you can kind of get away with not having perfect technique if you're bigger and faster and stronger than everybody. In the pros, even if you're a little bigger and faster and stronger than these guys, it's not going to be by much. You have to have the technique down too. Also, this next play, I'm going to call this a negative play, I think. You could some people might say it's a positive. I think it's a negative. Here's why. So first, going up against a tight end one-on-one, and he's going to do some nice things on this play. So first, watch how aggressive he is. He comes in very quickly, meets the tight end, doesn't let the tight end come to him. That's what you want to do. Play aggressive and run defense. Don't let the game come to you. Go to the game. You see right here, though, this is what I'm going to consider a mistake. Stewart is going to kind of push towards the inside, which isn't a horrible thing. If you're an interior defensive lineman, go ahead and do this. Try and see if you can get a tackle for loss or something like that. But you just have to know what your job is on this play. You're the edge rusher towards the top of the screen. You have to contain this back. You can't let him bounce to the outside. And if you want to make this move, you have to get there quickly. And while he made the move, he's not there quickly, and all that essentially allowed was, the edge hasn't been set here. Watch. The halfback's able to get through, and he's able to pick up a decent gain on that one. Luckily there was, good work by 27 for Cincinnati to limit the damage, but could have been worse, right? Could have been a first down on that play. You just got to know your assignment, right? Yes, it was impressive. Physically, it was impressive what he was able to do, but I'd rather him stick to his assignment personally. Now, again, he showed some flashes as well. This play really in particular, it's a guard who's going to be pulling over to block him one-on-one. And again, there's just not a ton of sample size, so I'm not going to take away anything too much on this play, or in this game, excuse me. But watch what happens. Right when this play begins, first, again, really aggressive, right? Coming in quickly, not letting the game come to him. I like that. I don't think this guard is fully ready to be getting contact right here. And now that Stewart kind of has, I don't know if I'd say the hand placement, because I don't know if he has his hand on him, but like the arm placement. He has kind of his arm on the chest area of the guard. We're going to see the strength that we talk about so much, previewing this, this player, talking about him in the draft and evaluating him and all that stuff. Watch him really drive that guard back, help disrupt that throw a little bit. Unfortunately, there was a guy open quickly enough that couldn't make it, couldn't do much more, but might have had a chance for a sack had that play gone on for a little bit. So, yeah, that's a good play. Again, like I said, very small sample size to talk about here. No major takeaways, but, still some little things. You got to fix the technique. That's really the issue. The skill set is there, but he is there very much, he's a project. You're going to have to work on him. So, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.